Welcome back to our channel, at Echoes Africa Stories, to continue part 2 of our story, The Unseen Battle of Ocean and the River. Let us start. The figure loomed before Ocean and Shango, its fiery eyes glowing brighter. The air around them grew cold, and an eerie silence enveloped the forest. The figure raised a skeletal hand and spoke. Answer this, what flows without ceasing but never leaves a trace? Ocean gripped her staff tightly, her mind racing. Shango stood by her, his spear ready, though he knew brute strength was useless against this foe. After a long pause, Ocean's voice broke the silence. The flow of time. It moves forward, unseen but unrelenting. The figure tilted its head, considering her answer. Then it stepped aside, its voice echoing like thunder. You may pass. But beware, the greatest battle lies not in the river but in your heart. As the shadow dissolved into the mist, Shango whispered, Ocean, do we truly know what awaits us? No, she replied, her voice steady. But we will face it together. The forest opened into a wide clearing where the river of shadows lay. Its surface shimmered with an unnatural, dark light, as though it held secrets from another realm. Strange figures seemed to dance in the water, their movements hypnotic and unnerving. Ocean knelt at the river's edge, chanting softly in Yoruba, calling upon the river goddess for guidance. Suddenly, the water rippled violently, and a voice thundered. Why do you disturb my domain? From the depths of the river, a glowing figure emerged, a woman draped in flowing water-like garments, her eyes glowing like the moon. She was the river goddess, Imoja. Your people have forsaken their promises, Ocean. Why should I grant them life once more? Imoja asked, her voice both soothing and stern. Ocean bowed deeply. Mother of the rivers, we come in humility. If promises have been broken, we seek to make amends. Tell us what must be done. Imoja studied Ocean for a long moment before speaking. To restore the flow, one must give what they hold most dear. Do you accept this sacrifice? Shango stepped forward, his voice strong. We accept. Together, we will pay the price. Imoja gestured, and a whirlpool formed in the river, pulling at the very fabric of the air around it. Step into the waters, and your hearts will be tested, she commanded. Without hesitation, Ocean and Shango stepped into the icy waters, hand in hand. The moment their feet touched the surface, they were engulfed in light and found themselves in a dreamlike realm. They stood in a vast field filled with mirrors, each reflecting a moment of their lives, triumphs, failures, and regrets. A voice echoed. The truth lies within. To save your people, you must first face your greatest fears and desires. One mirror showed Ocean's deepest fear, Shango turning away from her in betrayal. Another revealed her greatest desire, a life of peace, far from duty and sacrifice. For Shango, the mirrors reflected his fear of failing to protect Ocean and his secret longing to abandon the warrior's path for a life of love and simplicity. Tears welled in Ocean's eyes as she whispered, Our greatest battle is with ourselves. Will Ocean and Shango overcome their fears and make the ultimate sacrifice? Or will the journey end in tragedy? Subscribe and turn on notifications to uncover the next chapter of this gripping Yoruba tale.